Hey there folks, my name is Empty Berry and welcome to today's episode of Lore to Go. In this episode, we will be discussing the force known as the Darkness. The Darkness, sometimes known as the Deep, is the counterpart to the Traveler. Equally as ancient and mysterious, it is slightly more forthcoming in its interactions than the Traveler, with numerous proxies and servants it communicates through, such as the Hive and certain factions of the Vex. The Darkness is most well known as a fleet of black pyramid ships, and it curiously has a particular interest in Guardians, telling them in a vision, "To me, you are majestic. You are the only thing worth anything at all." Humanity's first interaction with the Darkness came in the form of a strange signal on the moon. It was thought this outbound signal was being sent to a second traveler, but when an expedition was sent to investigate, they discovered the anomaly. Though they attempted to study it, they were eventually driven mad due to its presence and perished. A human scientist named Clovis Bray was later able to decipher some of its messaging, which instructed him to go to the moon Europa for the secret to immortality. Centuries later, the Warmind Rasputin would detect something on the edges of the solar system, describing it as not operating by the laws of cause and effect, hostile, and capable of interplanetary extinction. Rasputin and the other Warminds attempted to stop this entity's advance, but soon realized they could do nothing and instead went dormant to ensure their survival. Following this, the Darkness entered the system, heralding the event known as the Collapse. Not much is known about the details of this event, but the outcome was the near-complete annihilation of humanity before the Traveler could push back the Darkness. After the Collapse, the Darkness was no longer active in the Sol system. The next interaction with it came centuries later, when the Guardian ventured into the Vex realm known as the Black Garden. There, they discovered an aspect of darkness known as the Black Heart. Upon its destruction, light began to return to the dormant Traveler, kickstarting its reawakening. At the end of the Red War, the Traveler awoke and sent a wave of light out into the galaxy. The Darkness took notice, and with it, the Black Fleet reactivated and began moving towards the Sol system once more. A few years later, Eris Morn discovered an ancient pyramid ship deep below the surface of the moon. It was theorized that this was causing phantasmal nightmares to roam the surface, and its power was being harnessed by the Hive. With the help of the Guardian, they were able to push back the nightmares and travel into the pyramid itself. Here, they were met with a vision of the Black Garden, where they encountered a doppelganger of themselves representing the Darkness. It claimed that they are neither friend nor enemy, but instead their salvation. Sensing the coming danger, the Warmind Rasputin was reactivated, and it began tracking the Black Fleet and relaying information to the Vanguard. The fleet eventually entered the system, with a pyramid ship landing directly above the moon Io. Rasputin attempted to intervene, but was ineffective and completely disabled by the power of the Darkness. The pyramids quickly spread to other planets as well, stationing themselves above Mars, Mercury, and the moon Titan. Seeing little hope, the Vanguard initiated a mass exit of these planets and a retreat back to the last city under the protection of the Traveler. After 6 months, Mars, Mercury, Io, and Titan all disappeared from the system, presumably consumed by the Darkness. At this point, the Traveler intervened, healing itself and pushing the Darkness back to prevent it from further entering the system. Unbeknownst to the Vanguard, another pyramid ship had set down over Europa. The Kell of Darkness, Aramis, found it, and her fallen harnessed its power in an attempt to destroy the Traveler as revenge for abandoning them. The Guardian was sent to Europa to investigate, where they communed with the Darkness as a way to gain access to its power. They were able to begin wielding Stasis, an aspect of darkness, in order to fight and defeat Aramis. Commander Zavala did not approve of this method, though acknowledged that it was necessary, and advised the Guardian to be careful wielding the power of their enemy. Later, an investigation of the Deep Stone Crypt was initiated. The Deep Stone Crypt is the birthplace of all Exos and was created by Clovis Bray. Here, a Darkness statue was discovered, similar to the ones in the pyramids, and it is revealed that Clovis Bray was communicating with the Darkness. He used it, along with Vex technology, to create the Exos, thus achieving immortality for humanity. Now that we know what the Darkness is, the next question is, what does it want? At its core, the Darkness's goal is to oppose the Traveler, due to it believing the Traveler's way of thinking is flawed. The Traveler believes in nurturing civilizations and encouraging peace and mutual cooperation, which will lead to advancement for all. The Darkness, in contrast, believes that civilizations grow through conflict, with only the strong surviving. It is fundamentally driven to reduce complexity and diversity within the universe, and to eliminate any entity which cannot survive in the face of adversity. The logic of the Darkness states that all life will lead to a single, final shape, which will have annihilated all possible obstacles and have the strength to continue existing forever in the face of conquest. Its interest in Guardians is due to it believing that they have the potential to become the final shape it wishes to bring about. Whether this will happen or not will be revealed in time, and when it does, we will be here to explore that story with you. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Lore to Go. If you liked this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, let me know down in the comments if there are any specific topics you want me to cover in the future. That's all for today though. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.